Adobe Spark Page turns stories into modern professional web pages. Students can turn essays, assignments, and reports into engaging visual stories displayed on a single web page. Here's a second grader's example. And here is a sixth grader's example. So let's go ahead and make one now. You'll notice a lot of similarities with Spark Video. Keep in mind that Spark Page creates a beautiful scrolling web page, but not a website. That's an important distinction to know. When you start, you'll see add a title page like this one, and just go ahead and click where you want to type, and you won't see the cursor appear, which is a little unnerving the first time you do it. You're going to see plus signs all over the place, and you can choose to add a photo. In this case, I'm using the free photos, which I highly suggest because they will give credit at the end automatically. Very familiar looking menu bar there you can see if you've experienced Adobe Spark Video. And I went ahead and added some text there about Ohio. This time I'm going to add a photo that I downloaded previously. It was hard to find a photo of the actual Wright Brothers plane in the free photos area, so I did a separate search and saved it that way. Went ahead and added a caption to that one as well. Now I'll go to upload, is this a map? Right, I wanted to have a map of Ohio, and again some caption, some text about where Ohio is located. I think this time I'm adding a glide show. Oh, glide shows are fun because they let you add images that sort of scroll past in a really beautiful way. And each one can have its own caption with it. And so I'm adding some astronauts here since there's a lot of astronauts from Ohio, and adding some text, and I have already copied and pasted that text here. And when we actually publish this, you'll see how beautifully these photos glide past. You can set things like focal points as well if you don't want the photo to be arranged on the screen the way it is automatically. I think I'm doing that now. Yeah, I'm going to move that focal point up to the mask instead of down on his chest. So it just adjusts where the photo is centered a little bit differently. And now we'll preview what that glide show looks like. Isn't that great? The way as you scroll down the page, the captions go up and the images go down. It's really beautiful. All right, I think this time I'm adding a grid, a photo grid. And I've downloaded a bunch of images that happen to be roadside attractions in Ohio. And they downloaded them in this format, but if I want to edit the grid, I can, and you can move images left or right, or decide that you maybe want one of them a lot larger than the others, that sort of thing. You can play around with different formatting options there. When you're done, just click up on the Save button in the upper right-hand corner. You can add a caption underneath your photo grid. And I think I'm going to add one more photo here. And oh, this is going to be a side-by-side format. And I did find that John Glenn was available. He's from Ohio. John Glenn was available in the free photos. And you can switch which side the caption and the photo are on. And I'm adding a button here. Yes, you can add a button that links to another page somewhere else. Typically, a Adobe Spark page is just a single page. It is not an entire site with multiple pages. But you can kind of work around that by having buttons that then link to other pages. In this case, I'm just linking back to our main website, artsintegration.net. Let's go ahead and preview this, and as we present it or preview it, you'll see what it would look like actually published on the web. Isn't that beautiful? That's the glide show feature there. and the photo grid, and the side-by-side, and then the button, which is of course live back to our website. Of course, just like in Adobe Spark Video, one of the most fun things is to click on themes and explore the different visual ways that the site can look. So how could your students use Adobe Spark Page in your classroom? The example we made was a state report, but any report, like a book report or an animal report, could easily work. I know some students use it for an ever-evolving student art portfolio page. What ideas do you have?